This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So let's talk a little bit about something else that I know you're going to have a lot of details on.
Oh boy.
It's directly from the Observer. Jarrett taped a segment for the Fox News Network on the Wake Forest 99-2000 study. Jarrett was heavily coached before he went on. So tell me who coached you and why you're talking about this Wake Forest study. How did this all come together?
Let me ask you something. Why do you believe that statement? Because you ask, like, okay, I assume this is written. Yeah, he got coached.
Well, I thought you would start at the beginning and first explain the Wake Forest 99-2000 study.
It goes into a professor basically wrote this. I don't want to, I don't say he wrote an article, but it's more than an article, or did a study that professional wrestling was bad for teens on date nights, that it made it more aggressive and all this kind of stuff. And there was all kinds of stuff like, and this isn't anything new, but you got to remember this is 06. And so, we're 7 years off, 6 years off, however you want to say, the end of the Attitude Era. And we were well into the PG era, and, on Spike and wanting sponsors, all of that kind of stuff, that here comes a guy who, again, with all due respect to the academic community, and I preface this, and Conrad, you know this, my dad's side of the family is all professional wrestling and promoters, and my grandmother, and that's documented. What's probably not so much documented is on my mother's side of the family, they're teachers and educators, and there's 2 or 3 schools in the Middle Tennessee area named after people on my mother's side of the family. So that's my background. But, this academic dude over at Wake Forest, in my opinion, decided to write an article strictly off self-serving. Let's get some clickbait. Let me get my name out there. Because when you want to point fingers at professional wrestling, creating aggressive behavior on dates, Mick Foley at this time was making comments. The WWE had this, Vince McMahon quoted, let me just say this, WWE.com quoted this professor, linked to his deal, and they hit it head on and basically called it total BS. What Vince, I believe, and I say Vince, what WWE was doing is, okay, little clickbait man over in Wake Forest, what you're trying to do is create clickbaits. We're going to do the same. We'll create some clickbait on WWE.com. And it was just preposterous. So I had the interview, and, this, Conrad, and most people listen to this. Dixie Carter, by trade, is a public relations expert. That's how I hired her. And she's really, really good at that. So I'm not even sure I asked her, but maybe I went to her or she came to me or whatever it is, but you damn right, because I would, her and anybody else that has an opinion, Conrad, I go to you. You're a smart marketing, you frame things right. And so I've always, maybe I hadn't always followed my own thought process, but for the most part, I would say, let's talk about this. So bouncing other ideas off other people to get my head around it, because of course they're coming to me, and what does Fox News want? They want a soundbite.
Yes.
And so I just, again, coach prepped, but I love old Dave. We'll be kind to him today.
Why did you take offense to him saying that you had been coached? I mean,
I'm jabbing you. I'm trying to wake you up. You've had a long morning, roll tide.
No, I'm just trying to get to the facts, and everybody knows you're a known liar. You would come on TV every week and say, he didn't beat me. And we saw it with our own 2 eyes. You're a damn dirty heel, and we all know it.
Now we're getting Conrad up.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.